What is up, everybody? It's CJ Plays here, and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build. Today, we're going to be building a candy cottage. Now, I'm building this in Candyfornia, which is a custom world. I will leave a link down below. It's kind of like inspired by Katy Perry's Sweet Treats, and I really like it. So, I'm going to be building this house today. Now, I originally built a house really similar to this when I first started my channel. But, that was then, this is now, and I kind of wanted to go back and kind of do something different with Katy Perry's Sweet Treats because I feel like I don't really get a chance to use that pack. That pack has a lot of controversy around it, but I don't really mind it. I feel like when it comes to most packs in The Sims, even if it's My First Pet stuff or Journey to Patu, you can find a use for some of the items. You can find a use if you think hard enough and get creative enough. You can find a use for it, right? So I'm building this house entirely out of Katy Perry's Sweet Treats, and I did use some items from the base game. I tried my best to only use the two items from base game in Katy Perry Sweet Treats, but I apologize if there are a couple of missing items. Sometimes store content gets it doesn't get flagged as store content in the catalog, so if you download this and something is missing, just know that it was probably store content. I didn't use any custom content for this. But I gotta say, I really like how this turned out. This house reminds me of those waffle cookies, the snacks you can get. That's it really reminds me of those. I don't know why it does, and it looks really nice, and I kind of want to take a bite. But this house is 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. There is a secret bedroom at the top. The master bedroom is at the top of the house. I did put a ladder because originally I wanted to put a spiral staircase that connects to the house as soon as you enter. Connects to the top room as soon as you enter. However, the way I furnished my house, I couldn't do it. So I ended up going for a ladder, which works perfectly fine. And I gotta say, those trees that I used right then, they are from Lunar Lakes, but for whatever reason, they were put into the base game. So yeah, they're base game compatible, which I didn't really know that at first, but now I know. So yeah, next is just me going back, trying to map out how I wanted the layout of the outside to be. I didn't do a lot of landscaping. I did later go back and do a whole lot more to the front and backyard. I did put one of the picnic tables that came with Katy Perry Sweet Treats in the front yard. I put one in the backyard. I put the fountain from Sweet Treats. I even made a pond. And I actually put some fish spawners, so if you download this and you want to fish on your home lot, you can definitely do that. I did test it, so it does work. And moving on to the floor plan. I purposely cut out the floor plan because I didn't know. As always, I never know what I want to do with floor plans. So I kind of just cut it out, and I did map out one. I think it's really nice. You have a really big, nice living room area. And then you have a kitchen, bathroom in the 2 rooms. Now, I don't really know what those 2 rooms could be. I kind of just made them really similar. So maybe one could be for a teenager, the one could be for a kid or adults. I don't really know. I put a toy box in some with the teddy bear that came with Sweet Treats in that room. So if you had a kid, you could definitely just make it a kid's room. I gotta say, I changed my mind a lot with this build because I didn't know how I wanted things to look. Okay, here's the thing. Sweet Treats, the items are kind of just they're so heavily themed in candy and sweets. It's so it's kind of hard to kind of find a good use for them in a normal build. And the swatches are so vibrant that if you change the color, you can items can look normal, quote unquote normal, but it was just a challenge, okay? So it took me a little while longer than I normally do when it comes to building and stuff and furnishing. But I think I did a pretty good job nonetheless. But yeah, this is the kitchen. And originally I wanted to put I wanted to make an just the islands and just have chairs around the islands. However, the kitchen wasn't that big, and I didn't want to risk making it bigger and having to rebuild. So I just kind of worked with the space that I had, and I ended up putting the peppermint table that came with the pack. And I put some base game chairs, and I just recolored them. I did change the color up a bit because I wanted it at first to be a blue, but then I was nah. Not blue. I wanted it to be red at first, but then I changed it to a blue. So yeah, I'm just indecisive. But the kitchen is fully functional. You could definitely put more in here if you wanted to. But I just wanted it to be, I didn't want it to be overly decorated. That's why I didn't really put a whole lot of curtains in that room. And then this is the little walk-through area. I put 2 chairs up here, and I put a little nightstand in the corner, and I think it's a really nice place to have Sims talk. You won't see it now, but it will be at like towards the end of the build. I did put the ladder that leads up to the secret room at the top. The ladder is up against the wall, so it's not really intrusive, you know. But next up is the living room, and I gotta say, I changed my mind so many times with the living room because I didn't know what I wanted it to be. For one, it was really big, and I thought about breaking it up and putting like more walls up, but then I was like, nah, I didn't really like that idea. I kind of liked the idea of it just being really open. So I put like the 2 chairs, the Sunday chairs that came with the pack. I put those there. I also put a TV, and I put like 2 chairs in front of the TV. I didn't know that Sims could still watch the TV from, like, if they sit at the sofa on the right, they can still watch TV from where they're sitting. And I was like, I didn't know that at the time, and I was like, interesting. But yeah, as you can see, I'm changing things up a bit. I kind of wanted this room to be like colorful, candy inspired, sweet treat inspired. So I did go for the base game wallpaper with the fruit on it, and I did change the color swatches a little bit, and I think it looks nice. I did end up changing the floor. The floor does stay for a big part of the build, but I did end up changing the floor because I wanted something that didn't, I don't know, I felt like the color scheme was nice, but I wanted something a little bit different. So I went for some hardwood floors, and I did make the colors a little bit more muted versions of the colors that I found in the room. And yeah, this is just me trying to figure out where I wanted things to be, because I wanted this to be like the, you know, it's the living room, so like this is where you would have company over and stuff. So I kind of tried to put like as many useful objects as I could. But yeah, this is the bedroom, and I decided to put 2 computers in each bedroom just in case. You know, if you have like Sims that are working or in school, that, you know, they can just do what they have to do on the computer. I didn't want to make them 100% identical. So I did kind of like switch it up a bit. This one I would imagine is the more like older teenage sim room. They like to just, you know, vibe out. And I did, in the next room, I did end up putting like a toy box and like the little bear from the pack from Sweet Treats, but I also put a guitar, and I was like, I'd imagine that like the younger sibling probably like took the guitar and wanted to play with it like in secret, and they put it in their room, so like the older sibling is looking for the guitar, but it's in the other room. They just haven't figured it out yet. But it took me a really long time, especially with this room, to figure out like what the patterns were going to be, because I kind of wanted it to look not too crazy. Like, again, Sweet Treats has a lot of out there items and patterns, so I kind of wanted it to look a little bit, you know, decent, not too like still on theme, but not really like crazy. So that's what I went with. And this one, I'd imagine is, I wanted this room to be a little bit more blue. Like the other one is green, so this one is blue. Again, they're unisex, so it can fit either or Sims. I really like how this room turned out. And it took me a really long time to build this. Longer than I normally would. But I gotta say, this whole entire build was really fun to like just build. And it was fun to like go through like all the items in the pack, and even like have to when I resorted to using a lot of the base game items, it was fun to like see like, oh, that's base game. You know, it was just fun. But that's pretty much it for downstairs. Now I will briefly talk about the upstairs. So in the master suite, it is pretty like it's like a light blue purple kind of color scheme, kind of like the first bedroom downstairs. I'd imagine that's probably what the parents would sleep if this was like a family. The parents would just sleep upstairs. Oh, and I forgot about the bathroom. So this is the bathroom. I like the color scheme in here. It's a little bit more muted than the rest of the house, and I really like that. I think it kind of fits the theme of a bathroom anyway. And I really like how it turned out. But in all, that is pretty much it for this build. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. If you want to download this build, it will be it won't be on the gallery. I'll leave a download link down below where you can just download. It'll be on my Sims file share. And yeah, so that's all I have for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching. Bye. And also stick around for screenshots, because I have screenshots. Okay, I'm gone. Bye. Bye.